Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to lecture 8 of digital signal processing. इससे पहले लेक्चर में हम लोगों ने कुछ न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स किए थे और कुछ एग्जांपल्स हमने देखे थे। आज हम गो थ्रू करेंगे कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टीज़ को, जिस तरह हमने इस प्रॉपर्टीज़ को देखा था कि whether you convolve x of n with h of n or whether you convolve h of n with x of n, the result will be same because the assumption is that our system is linear time invariant. ठीक है, so whenever your system is a linear time invariant system, so this property must be hold, and this property is called commutative property. Okay, so it's mean that whether your input signal is x of n and the impulse response is h of n, it is same as whether the impulse response is x of n and the input is h of n. So इस पे हमने एक न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम जो है वो भी हमने सॉल्व किया था और उसके रिजल्ट्स हमने देखे थे, तो द रिजल्ट्स वर आइडेंटिकल. So now let's come toward another property, that is associative property. Associative property में let's suppose you have two systems, one impulse response is h1 of n and the second system impulse response is h2 of n. So let's suppose the input signal is x of n. So it is same as let's suppose first of all you convolve this x of n with h of n and the resultant is then convolved with h of 2 of n. Okay, this is the same as first convolving the impulse responses of these two systems and then convolve the input signal with the resultant impulse response. Okay, so this is called as associative law. So the convolution will follow the associative law as well. So now in case of parallel system, let's suppose you have two parallel systems, so then the property of distributive law will also be satisfied. इस प्रॉपर्टी के मुताबिक कि पहले आप इन दो जो आपके पास इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्सेस है इनको ऐड करें और उसके एडिशन के बाद इसके साथ कन्वर्ट करें, या आप इस तरह करें कि इस सिग्नल को इस सिस्टम के साथ कन्वॉल्व करें, इस सिग्नल को इस सिस्टम के साथ कन्वॉल्व करें और फिर जो रिजल्टेंट है उनको ऐड किया जाए. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव लॉ. ठीक है, सो द कन्वोल्यूशन विल ओबे द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव लॉ एज वेल. So this is an example which is MATLAB based. So you can just open your MATLAB and just you have to copy paste this code and you can see the result. Okay. Now what are causal LTI systems? In causal LTI system, the output depends only on the present and past input signals. Okay, so जब आपका सिस्टम जो है प्रेजेंट और पास्ट पे डिपेंड करता है तो वी से दैट द सिस्टम इज कॉजल. जिस तरह हमने कॉजल सिग्नल्स एंड नॉन कॉजल पढ़े थे. ठीक है, सो इस तरह कॉजल सिस्टम्स जो है आपके पास वो सिस्टम्स है जिसका इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स जो है वो ज़ीरो हो फॉर n इज लेस देन ज़ीरो. ओके, so the system will be causal system if this conditions hold. Now convolution हमने पढ़ा था कि convolution is actually is a method to compute the output और उसका अल्टरनेट मेथड भी हम लोगों ने देखा था कि किस तरह हम आउटपुट जो है वो दो डिफरेंट तरीक़ों से हम निकाल सकते हैं। तो द वन मेथड वाज कन्वोल्यूशन एंड द सेकंड मेथड वाज हमने क्या किया था कि हमने हर एक जो आउटपुट था, ठीक है, उसको एज ए इंडिविजुअल लेके जो हर एक इनपुट था उसको एज इंडिविजुअल लेके सिस्टम के इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स के साथ उसको मैथमेटिकली उसको देखा था और फिर सबको हमने ऐड किया था। तो इफ़ यू वांट द डिटेल सो यू कैन ऑब्टेन दिस डिटेल फ्रॉम लेक्चर 7। ओके, सो लेक्चर 7 में हमने इस चीज़ को डिटेल से देखा था। नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट रिकर्सिव एंड नॉन रिकर्सिव सिस्टम। सो देखिए, you have two types of system. One system is that only depends upon the inputs, okay, and there are some systems that not only depends upon the previous inputs, but it also depends upon the previous outputs. For example, this is a system where the y of n depends upon the previous output and the current input. Let's suppose the current input is x of n and the previous output is y of n minus 1. So this type of systems are called recursive system. Okay. So now let obtain a general relationship for this recursive systems. So यहाँ पे आप देखें कि let's suppose this is a recursive system y of n is equal to a y of n minus 1 plus x of n. So सबसे पहले आप इस n की जगह 0 पुट करें, so you will obtain y of 0 is equal to a of y of minus 1 plus x of 0. Okay, फिर n की जगह आप 1 पुट करें, so you will get y of 1 a y of 0 plus x of 1. So what is y of 0? Y of 0 is a y of minus 1 plus x of 0. So just by putting the value of y of 0 you get this, and similarly in case of y of 2, so by putting it is equal to 2 you get y a y of अगर यहाँ पे आप 2 प्लेस करें, so you will get y of 2 and a y of 1 plus x of 2. So the value of y of 1 we have computed a square y of minus 1. This is the value of y of 1. So just put here it and you will obtain this. So यहाँ पे आप देखें, यहाँ पे आप एक चीज़ जो है वो नोट करें कि when you are computing y of 1, तो here a square and y of minus 1 a x of 0 plus x of 1. Okay. Now when you are computing y of 2, so this becomes a cube y of minus 1 plus a square x of 0 plus a x of 1 plus x of 2. Okay, so you can generalize this by taking this as y of n. So a, तो अगर यहाँ पे 2 है, so यहाँ पे क्या है, a cube है, so you will get y of a n plus 1. Okay, because क्योंकि यहाँ पे अगर n is equal to 2 है, so here you obtain a cube, and अगर यहाँ पे n is equal to 1 है, so you obtain a square. So a n plus 1 and then you have y of minus 1 plus, this is a summation. Okay, first in case of y is equal to 1, so a x of 0 plus x of 1, when it is 2, a square x of 0 plus a x of 1 plus x of 2. So this can be written as k is equal to a k x of n minus k. Okay, so जब आप k की जगह 0 पुट करते हैं तो you get x of, ठीक है, और इसी तरह जब आप k की जगह आप 1 पुट करते हैं तो you get मतलब k is equal to 0. इनकी जगह आप अगर 0 पुट करते हैं so you get x of 0. Okay, और इसी तरह अगर आप इनकी जगह 1 पुट करते हैं, तो जब आप इनकी जगह 1 पुट करते हैं तो 0 and 1, so you will obtain ax of 0 plus x of 1. Okay, और जब आप 2 पुट करते हैं तो k from 0 to 2, so you will get a square x of 0 plus a x of 1 plus x of 2. So यहाँ पे आप देखें कि this equation has two parts. This is the one part and this is the second part. So यहाँ पे आप देखें कि this part depends upon the initial condition, okay, and this part depends upon only the current inputs, okay. Sorry, not current input, but this part depends upon only inputs, and this part depends upon the initial condition. So if the system is initially relaxed and there is no initial conditions, the initial conditions are 0, so this part will become 0 and you have 0 state response, okay. So what is meant by 0 input response? 0 input response is the response to the initial conditions when the input is 0, also called the natural response. And 0 state response is the response to the input when the initial conditions are 0, also called the forced response. यानी when you are जब आप कोई input दे रहे हैं, ठीक है, so you are forcing the system, यानी you are applying a forcing function, so this will be called as a forced response. इससे आप लोगों के पास जो लीनियर कांस्टेंट कोएफिशिएंट डिफरेंट है, you have an equation for the linear constant coefficient difference equation. Now this is an example of a recursive system, that how you can model a recursive system. So let's suppose you have equation that is y n naught divided by n naught plus 1, y of n naught minus 1 plus 1 divided by n naught plus 1, and this is the equation, and this is its discrete time system block representation, okay. So by having a close look to this system, so this system requires 2 multiplication, it also requires 1 addition, it also required 1 memory location. Actually this delay is memory location, okay. So this is a recursive system, which means that output at each time depends upon the number of past output values, okay. So in order to store past output values, so you need 1 memory location. So you can conclude that a recursive system has a feedback output of the system into the input, okay. So and this feedback actually contain a delay system, a delay element that represent sorry, the past output, okay. So this is the general diagram for a recursive system. Okay, recursive system में if you feed back some portion of the output into the input, so the system will be a recursive system. And this system you can just count the number of computations complexity, that how much computationally complex this system is. So this system, how many computations you require? You require 2 multiplication, 1 addition, and you require 1 memory location. So now we can have a built-in representation. Now just come toward the starting point where we have start. So in starting we have talked about the non-recursive and recursive system. So the non-recursive system is a system which do not feed any output, any portion of the output back into the input. So those systems are called non-recursive systems, and the system which feed backward some portion of the output is feed back to its input. So this system is a recursive system. Okay, so now we will study two types of representation for recursive systems. One is the direct form 1 representation and the other is a direct form 2 representation. So let's come toward its representation. Now you can implement a recursive discrete time system just by having a close look at this diagram. This is a recursive system because it feeds some portion of the output back into its input. So just a minute, direct form 1. Yes. So in direct form 1 representation, this is x of n. So x of n, actually this equation, this block diagram is actually a representation of the that portion of the system which only depends on the input. Okay, and this is the portion of the system which depends on the output. Okay, so now you have to model this. So x of n, so this is input x of n, so it is multiplied with b naught and it is delayed. This x of n is delayed by 1 unit. So here it becomes x of n minus 1. Then it multiplied with the scaling b1 and here the addition takes place. So up to this actually you have modeled this part of the equation. Now यहाँ पे आप देखें कि let's suppose this is y of n. So y of n को जो है आप डिले करें और माइनस ए से मल्टीप्लाई करें और इसका जो आउटपुट है इसके साथ इसको ऐड करें. सो दिस रियलाइजेशन इज कॉल्ड द डायरेक्ट फॉर्म 1 रियलाइजेशन. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आप देखें कि एक्चुअली ईच डिले रिप्रेजेंट्स वन मेमोरी लोकेशन. तो डायरेक्ट फॉर्म 1 में अगर आप मेमोरी लोकेशंस को देखें और कंप्यूटेशन हेड्स को देखें तो you will find more delays element. ठीक है, so this form that has separate delays for the input and for the output is called direct form 1 realization. So in direct form 1 realization you have separate delays for the input and you have separate delays for the output and you will have required more memory locations. So now as the system is linear time invariant system, so you can just swap the input and output. Okay, so यहाँ पे आप देखिए this was the direct form 1 realization. Now you can change the order. Why you can change the order? Because the time is linear time invariant system. So in case of LDI system, you can swap these two. So जब आप इन दोनों को swap करते हैं तो actually you get this diagram. तो यहाँ पे आप देखें यहाँ पे 2 डिलेस की बजाय आप यहाँ पे 1 डिले रखते हैं. तो आपका जो ये रिप्रेजेंटेशन है दिस इज कॉल्ड डायरेक्ट फॉर्म 1 रियलाइजेशन. ओके, सो इन डायरेक्ट फॉर्म 1 रियलाइजेशन you need less number of delay elements and the memory required becomes less, but the system becomes more complex. The computational complexity reduced, लेकिन the structure of the system becomes more complex. Okay, so this was all about the realization of discrete time systems. that we can realize a discrete time system through direct form 1 realization and direct form 2 realization. So this is a direct form 2 realization of this discrete time system. So first of all, you have to find the direct form 1 realization, and then you need to go to the direct form 2 realization. Okay, so this is an example. You have to solve this problem by yourself. First of all, you have to find the direct form 1 realization of this system, and then from the direct form 1 realization, you have to compute the direct form 2 realization. Okay, so now we come toward the correlation of a discrete time signal. So maybe you have studied this topic before. This course of digital signal processing. Maybe you have studied this topic in digital communication or some related courses. So actually, correlation is actually the matching phenomena of two signals. Let's suppose this is a radar and this is the target. So actually, how the radar does work? A transmitted pulse, electromagnetic pulse is transmitted from this radar. It reflects from the target, and then there is some sort of matching between the transmitted and the reflected waves through correlation. Okay, so this may be cross correlation and this may be autocorrelation. So in case of autocorrelation, you are correlating the original signal with the delayed version of that signal, and in cross correlation you are just correlating two different signals. Okay, so actually once you transmit a signal and then you receive the signal, so due to the time that it takes from the radar to the target, and then the back propagation time from the target to the radar, so that time is delayed by the unit symbol d. That is actually the delays. The path loss propagation or the attenuation in the amplitude, because you know that once the wave is propagating in the open atmosphere, then with the passage of space, with the as the wave goes further from the transmitter, so its amplitude actually attenuates. So that attenuation is represented by A, and the noise which actually added with the signal is represented by omega n or Wn. So this is the expression for the correlation. So this is the expression for cross correlation, that when you are correlating signal x with y, so this is how you are correlating. And the reverse correlation, once when you are correlating x with y and y with x, so it will have this relation. Okay. This is an example where you have asked to calculate the autocorrelation. So these are two signals, okay, x of n and y of n. So when there is no shift, so you have just a product sample by sample multiplication, and then you add these multiplication. For example, 4 into 1 it is 4, 2 into 7 is minus 14, 2 into 3 is 6, 2 into 1 is 2 and so on. इसी तरह इसको जब आप ऐड करते हैं तो you get 7 और 1 का मतलब ये है कि you are going just to delay one signal, okay? सो आप इसको 1 यूनिट डिले देते हैं, फिर आप प्रोडक्ट सैम्पल बाय सैम्पल आप मल्टीप्लिकेशन करते हैं और इसको ऐड करते हैं, सो यू गेट दिस, ओके? So this was all about today's lecture. So in this chapter we have studied about LTI system. We have studied about different type of signal, discrete type signal. So inshallah we will discuss in the lecture in the next lecture some numerical questions. So अगर मैं सारी चीज़ें जो है वो बोर्ड के ऊपर करूँ तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि कोर्स जो है हम कवर कर लेंगे. So that is why कुछ चीज़ें जो है वो मैं इस तरह स्लाइड से आप लोगों को पढ़ाऊँगा. स्लाइड से पढ़ाने का फ़ायदा ये होता है कि टाइम जो है वो बचत हो जाता है, ठीक है, लेकिन जो इम्पोर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स है उस पर जो न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स है वो फिर मैं मार्कर और वाइट बोर्ड के ऊपर करूँगा. सो मेरे ख्याल में आज के लिए इतना काफ़ी है. इंशाल्लाह ज़िंदा रहे तो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में एक नया जो है चैप्टर या इसी चैप्टर के जो कुछ न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स है उसी को हम डिस्कस करेंगे. ओके जी, अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.